Hello friends, how are you? I hope you will be at your home and following the instruction given by the PM office and enjoying the work from home. In continuation of our first video, which was uh, shot in Hindi language for the official seminar 2020 online. Now this is our second official seminar for English medium, especially for those who were uncomfortable with Hindi language, especially for the officials of Tamil Nadu, Telangana and South Indian states. Now friends, without wasting the time, let me start. And now first of all, we will discuss about the leg cricket. This seminar is especially to aware all the officials with the new rules which we have changed in the 2020 years after the discussion with our state secretaries and the district and the state level technical committees. So first of all, we will discuss the history of leg cricket. It is clearly mentioned in the rule book that you have at this time. Leg cricket is not a new game; it's an ancient game. We have been playing this game since Mahabharata period. It was told by the people of Mathura. They told us that Lord Krishna used to play this game at the Yamuna river with his friends. And at the time of Kaliya Vad, the death of Kaliya snake, the Lord Krishna was playing such leg cricket type games. It was told by Brijvasi people, local person, but we are not satisfied with their theory. It may be a myth. So, friends, but it's true that we have been playing leg cricket since our childhood, especially me. Actually, in every part of India, people used to play leg cricket in different forms, with different balls, with different rules and regulation, because it was a recreation game, and we have been working for since 2005 on this game, and at the end of October 2011, 27th October 2011, it was the date when we introduced its first universal rule book. It was really a matter of pride for us that an Indian game that Indian people used to play now is going to be universal. And to aware the people of India regarding the leg cricket, I visited a lot of Indian state. During one of my visits to Karnataka, I found that there is some Mr. Nagraj, Mr. F. Nagraj, who is also doing a wonderful job on the promotion of these games. He was also a physical teacher just like me, and he's promoting these games for last some years. But he was only organizing his championship at district level at Karnataka only. So I met him and introduced my idea to promote leg cricket universally, not only in India but also in foreign countries. Mr. Nagaraj was very appreciative with us, and we came together and decided to organize the national championship. This championship was the first ever national leg cricket championship in the history of leg cricket game. So this first T10 leg cricket championship was organized at Delhi in Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, Bhavana. 24 teams of boys and girls participated in the first ever tournament of leg cricket. It was really historical moment in the history of the games that in the first tournament of a new games, new national games, new Indian games, 24 participated ever before, never before. So friends, this tour start from the 2012 July when we organized our first tournament, and after this first tournament we never stopped. We organized our first Junior National T10 Leg Cricket Championship at Kalyan, October 2012. It was hosted by Mr. Ravinder Chothwe, who was the secretary of Maharashtra Leg Cricket Association at that time. In October, when we conduct this national tournament, we have also planned to organize a junior national T10 Leg Cricket Championship. It was our first junior national that was proposed to be held in the month of January at Bangalore, and Mr. S. Nagaraj was the host of this event. But due to a sudden accident of Mr. Nagaraj, he could not continue this tournament. And from 2013, we organized different district and state level tournament of leg cricket, and till now, 2020, we have organized more than 7 national T10 leg cricket championship for different age groups, senior and juniors. And now leg cricket is not only played in India, we have gone international. Now leg cricket is played in Pakistan, Pakistan Leg Cricket Association, Nepal, Nepal Leg Cricket Association, Bhutan, Bhutan Leg Cricket Association. These are the countries which is affiliated by International Leg Cricket Council. Apart from these Asian Leg Cricket Association, we have also given affiliation to Bangladesh Leg Cricket Association, and now we are also planning for the Sri Lanka. And from Asia, we have also knocked down Zimbabwe and Florida in America. So these are the countries which is actually affiliated by International Leg Cricket Council. But we have come to know that in many more countries, leg cricket is going popular.
Now we will start the rule book. Mainly the rule book is divided into 14 parts, means it has 14 sections. Part 1, sports ground and equipment. Part 2, team and its player. Part 3, age group and categories. Part 4, games. Part 5, run system. Part 6, timeout. Part 7, exchange of players. Part 8, main faults and extra run. Part 9, how a legsman declared out. Part 10, basic skills of the game. Part 11, misbehave by the players and officials. Part 12, officials and their duties. Part 13, tie. And last, part 14.
So let's start
Scoring.
with rule number 1, ground and sports equipment. This rule is divided into 4 subparts. Point 1.1, pitch. 1.2, wickets or stumps. 1.3, balls. And 1.4, boundary. Let me start with the pitch. Pitch is 8 feet wide and 44 to 48 feet in length. This is according to the age group and the categories. On the screen, you can see the age-wise and category-wise length of pitch. For below 14, it is 44 feet, below 17, 46 feet, and below 19 to open age group, it is 48 feet. You can see the diagram of the leg cricket pitch on your TV screen. You will see 2 rectangular boxes on each side of the pitch. These rectangular boxes are called legging or bowling area. The length of this bowling area is 3 feet and the width is 8 feet. You can also see a center line just in the center of the pitch. This is called the center line. This is the line from where we draw our boundaries. The center of the boundary will be the center point of the center line. Rule number 1.2 is about wickets or the stumps. Friends, we can use the cricket stumps in leg cricket also. The height of the stumps are 28 inches and the total width of these 3 stumps are 1 feet. You can see
it in this diagram also.
Yes, next one is ball. In leg cricket, we use a special ball. Just like every game has its specified ball, the official ball. We have also our official ball that we call the leg cricket ball. Leg cricket a ball is now available with Leg Cricket Federation India, and we supply this ball to our association, our affiliated schools, and everyone who's interested to promote leg cricket. So this ball is suitable for leg cricket, and its weight is from 225 gram. Please note it down. 225 gram to 250 grams. It is clearly mentioned in the rule book. This ball is small in size and easy to handle, easy to grip. Now the next one is boundary. The measurement of boundary for different age group is given behind me. You can see the details just in my side. We have different boundaries area from our under 14 to under 21 and open age group. It was minimum for under 14 age group, that is 18 to 19 feet. It depends upon the availability of ground, but the minimum for boundary for age group under 14 is 18 feet. 18 feet from the center of the center line of the pitch. And this is the radius. We are talking about the radius of the boundary. So for under 17 it is 100 feet, under 19 it is 120 feet, and under 21 and open age group it is 120 to 140 feet according to the availability of the ground. So friends, this is the measurement of the boundary. You can also see the peak of boundary just behind to me. Here in this picture you can see that first of all we will draw our pitch and draw its center line, and from the center line of the center of the center line we draw our boundaries with a radius from 80 to 140 feet. So friends, you can see the boundary side to me or behind to me. Then we'll talk about the official uniform of the player. You know, like cricket is basically the mixture of football and cricket. So in summer we use knicker, t-shirts and sports shoes. Listen to me carefully. Sports shoes, not football shoes. Football shoes or studs are strictly prohibited in leg cricket. In winter, a player can choose the track suit, t-shirt, or the lower and the sports suit. Now, we will discuss the second point of the rule book, which is the team and the player. Friends, leg cricket is a team game. And just like every team game, two teams play, they score runs, and which score more runs declared winner. In leg cricket, we have total 15 players. In 15 players, 11 players are the main player, and the 4 are the extra player. So in a team, there are 14 men and 14 and 4 extra player, and the total number of the player is 15. I am repeating it because it's an important question. There are total 15 players. Out of these 15, 11 are the main player and 4 are the extra players. So friends, every team will declare the name of its player before the toss. And after toss, there will not be any change in the name or in the list of the player. This list will be submitted to the scorer by the captains. One more thing I will tell you, that before 2020, the minimum players at the time of the tournament were 11. Means if you want to start the leg cricket tournament, then there should be minimum 11 player in your team. But now we have changed this rule. From 2020, we can start the leg cricket match only with the 9 player. But there are some restrictions. The name of these 9 players should be submitted before the toss. And if a player come late and want to join this match, he will not be allowed. That team will play only with the 9 player. No extra player will be allowed after submitting the list. So, in case of a mixed category, 11 player, there must be minimum 5 boys and the 5 girls. The 6th player may be either the boys or the girls. And just like that, to start a mixed category match, we need 9 players. 4 boys, 4 girls, and the 9th may either be a boy or a girl. The umpire will come to the ground with the captains. He will toss the coin, and the captain who will win the toss will decide either legging or fielding. In cricket, they choose batting or bowling, but in leg cricket, they choose legging or bowling. In absence of the captain, vice captain will handle the team and he will be the in charge of his team. So the next rule is rule number 3, age group and categories. Friends, I want to tell you that leg cricket is affiliated by School Sports and Cultural Activities Federation India and Indian Rural Olympic Association. These are the 2 institutes which promote sports at school and rural level. So we have different age group for school boys and girls and the federation tournaments. We conduct 2 types of tournament. One tournament, or the most basic tournament, will be organized by Leg Cricket Federation India, and another tournament will be organized by its affiliated body, School Sports and Cultural Activities Federation India or Indian Rural Olympic Association. So we have 2 different age groups. For school, we have 3 age groups: under 14, under 17 and under 19. Under 14 will be called sub-junior, under 17 will be called junior, and under 19 will be called sub-junior. This is only for School Sports and Cultural Activities Federation of India's tournament. Now, for the tournament organized by Leg Cricket Federation of India, there are 5 age categories that we have already discussed in our pitch and in our boundaries. The first one is under 14 or below 14, that we also call the mini. The next one is under 17, the sub-junior, under 19, the junior, under 21, the senior, and above 21, which we call the men's or women's. So about the categories, we have 3 categories, 3 types of tournament in leg cricket. First for boys, second for girls, and the third one is for mix. I told you in mixed category 50% should be boys, 50% should be girls, and the one extra may either be a boy or the girl. So let me go for the type of matches. Rule number 4. In type of matches, we have three types of matches in leg cricket. First is 5 over match. Second is T10 10 over match. The third one is T20 20 over matches. Rule number 5. Score and run system. Score and run system of leg cricket is just similar to the cricket. A team can score a run by running between the wicket, by hitting 4 and 6. It may also score run by overthrow. A team may also got benefited by some extra run which will be given by the umpire on behalf of the no ball, white ball, leg by, and penalty. We will discuss the penalty in the coming rules. One more thing there is the short run. In leg cricket, we don't count the short run. Now, we will discuss the next rule, that is called timeout. It is clearly mentioned in the rule book that there is no timeout in leg cricket. There is no timeout in leg cricket. Then what happened when a player got injured? How can we replace it? So it will be discussed in the rule number 7, the exchange of player during the games. I have clearly mentioned that no one will be allowed after submitting the list. But if a player got injured, then what will happen? Because the official timeout is not there. So in that case, the team captain will request the umpire to change that or replace that injured player. It will be done by the permission of the umpire only. The umpire will check the situation and check the health and injury of the player, and he will allow the player to get his replacement. Now we are talking about the replacement during injury. So I want to tell you that if the legsman got injured, then only a runner will be provided to him. No separate player, no exchange player will be provided to the legsman during his player. If he found himself unable to run, then umpire can provide him a runner. He will only be allowed to run. The game will be played by the legger, but run will be scored by the runner. In case of injury with the fielders, if a fielder got injured, then a separate player will be exchanged. The additional player will be exchanged with him, but this player will not be allowed to throw the balls and will also be not allowed for legging. So friends, this situation got critical when we have only minimum 9 players at the time of starting the games. In that case, the team will balance 8 players. Means if there were only 9 players in the team at the time of the starting of the game, and one of the player got injured, then only the remaining 8 players will be allowed to play the games. No extra player will be given to that team. Now we will discuss the rule number 8. The rule number 8 is regarding the extra run. These extra run will be given to a team due to the mistake made by the bowler. Just like cricket, in leg cricket we also have wide ball and no ball. First of all, we will discuss a no ball. We can declare a no ball in three cases. The first one, when any of the foot of the bowler touch the line of the bowling area. Means the feet should not touch any of the line of the bowling area. If he touches any line, that this ball will be declared no ball. Second type, the second category, when we declared a no ball, is if the ball bounce after the central line, this ball will also be declared no ball. But umpires should be aware for it and should be in an alarming situation. They have to declare this ball no ball just at the time of hitting the ball or before the hitting the ball. If he declared this ball after hitting and he got catch out and then he declared it was a no ball, no, then it will be the right ball. So umpire should be aware for that, because most critical and the most dramatical and the most fighting scene create at this no ball. So friends, there are the two types of no ball which is mentioned in the rule book. The third one, when the bowler drop the ball, he should be careful, because if he will release the ball from the bowling area, it will be no ball. Means he should release the ball just after the bowling area. Means bowling area should not touch the bowling area of the pitch. If the ball touch the bowling area, then it will also be declared the no ball. And in case of every no ball, umpire should be aware or in alarming condition to declare it as fast as he can. Now white ball. I have told you that the width of the pitch is 8 feet. If a ball released by the bowler went outside just before the legging area, then then this type of ball will be declared no ball. Means if a ball came out from the pitch 8 feet width just before the legging area, then this ball will be declared white ball. The next extra run will be given for hindering. Hindering means disturbing a player while he is running between the wicket. The next penalty run is extra run given in form of the penalty by the umpire due to the misbehavior of the official. Listen, misbehave of the official or the coach or the team manager of a particular team. Now, we want to also share with you the dead ball. In leg cricket, we do not have any dead ball. Now, rule number 9, declaring the player out. How a player would be declared out? So just like cricket, a player may be declared out by run out, catch out, hit wicket, clean ball, timed out, double touch. Yes, double touch. Double touch is different from cricket. Double touch and hitting the ball with the wrong leg and touching the ball with hands. So friends, you are aware with the run out, catch out, hit wicket, clean ball. These are the form of just like as in cricket. Now the another one is timed out. We will give a maximum time of 2 minutes to enter a new player after getting a player declared out. means a player come out from the ground after declaring out, then the new player should become within 2 minutes. If he come late or take more than 2 minutes to enter in the ground, then he will be automatically declared out and it will be called timed out. The next is double touch. In leg cricket, if a player touch the ball twice, then it will also be declared out. Now the hitting the ball with the wrong leg. Here in leg cricket, a player is allowed to play only with one leg. Just like in cricket, a player may be right or lefty. Similarly, in leg cricket, a player can either play with his left or right feet. So, if he played the ball with the wrong leg, means he is playing with the right ball, and unfortunately he hit the ball with his left leg, then he will be declared out. The eighth type of out is touching the ball with hands. A legsman is not allowed to touch the ball, and if he tries to touch the ball with his hand, then he will be declared out. Uh, the legsman will not throw the ball to the bowler. In some case, to help the bowler, the legsman pick the ball from hand and throw it towards the bowler only in the form of help. But this help is not allowed in leg cricket. In that condition, if a player legsman do this type of act, then he will be declared out. So the next rule is the basic skill of the game. This is the 10th rule of the rule book, the basic skills of the game. In leg cricket, we have three main basic skills. The first one is the bowling skill. We have three types of bowling in leg cricket: the fast ball, the slow ball, and the spin ball. The next skill is legging skill, means how a legsman hit the ball. In this skill, we have the front kick, the inside kick, the outside kick, and the kicking by the heel, pushing the ball, and stopping the ball under the sole of the shoes. These are the tricks and skill of the legging. Now we will talk about the third skill, that is called the fielding skill. Fielding skills need stopping the ball, holding the ball, catching the ball, throwing the ball, and passing the ball. Next rule is rule number 11, misbehave. We have divided misbehave into two parts. First one is misbehave by the players, and the another one is misbehave by the official. In case the player misbehave or shout on the player of the opponent team, or if he misbehave or argue with the official, then the umpire will warn the player. But if the player don't stop, then the umpire can punish the accused player by sending him out of the ground for that match only. Means umpire can punish him by sending that player to out of the ground. And one more thing, it is not an exchange. No extra player or no exchange player will be given in place of that punished player. The team will continue the match with the remaining 10 player only. The next one is misbehave by the coach. If any coach or the team manager shouts or abuse any official umpire, the umpire will warn him in first instance. But if he continue his misbehave, then umpire may give him a penalty of 6 runs. But it will be done after 3 warning. Means a umpire will give 3 maximum chances to that official. But if you don't stop and he continue his misbehave, then the official will give a penalty of 6 runs, and these 6 runs will be added as extra run in the opponent team. Now the next rule is official and their duties. So friends, this is the official seminar, and you should also know that there are 3 officials in the leg cricket. These are umpire, scorer and record holder. There are 2 umpires in leg cricket, 2 scorer and 1 record holder. So first of all, we will discuss the duties of the umpire. There are total 2 umpires in leg cricket. These 2 umpires are deputed before starting the toss. These umpires continue the match and give decision according to the rules and regulations of ILCC and Leg Cricket Federation of India. Umpire decision will be the final decision. No one can change their decision. These are some duties of leg cricket which I am going to tell you. The first one is toss. The umpire will call both the captain and perform the toss, and the winning team will choose either legging or fielding. The next is briefing the rule of the game to the both captain. The leg cricket umpire at the time of toss will discuss the rules and regulations and make them aware. Then checking the wicket and the lines. After the toss, the umpire will check the boundary, the pitch and all the lines. Then umpire will inspect all the equipments. There are only 2 equipments in leg cricket, the stumps and the balls, giving decision as per ILCC rule book. Then umpire will take his place and continue the match. In case of any doubt, he will discuss with his co-umpire, and if there are camera, if the match is recorded, then the umpire can also go for an appeal for the third umpire, but this will be allowed in case of recording. If there is no recording, no third umpire. The next one is scorer. There are 2 scorers in leg cricket. They sit together on a table, and the duties of these scorers are to collect all the necessary items, means pen, pencils, rubber, sharpeners, and other stationery materials with the ILCC score sheet. They will also collect the list from the team captains or the team manager. Then after starting the match, they will take the record of every ball, every run, every wicket. Means they will follow and record all the ball to ball record in the score sheet. The next official is the record keeper. There is only one record keeper in leg cricket. He will keep all the record and score sheet. He prepare individual record of every player and keep record how many players have scored 15 runs at how many balls. He will score the individual record of every player and team record as well. Now we will go for the 30th and the most important rule of leg cricket, that is tie. Tie means the situation when both teams score the same run. Yes, in leg cricket, if 2 teams score the same run, then it will be declared tie. To break this tie, we have 3 steps. The first one is prime over. In prime over, we will allow both teams to play for 1 over only. In that over, the team which score highest run at the maximum fall of 3 wickets will be declared winner. If unfortunately fourth wicket of a team fall, then he will automatically lose the match. Means in prime over, in 6 ball, a team have to score maximum run at the maximum loss of 3 wicket. But if tie continue after this prime over, then we will give them a new chance. This chance will be given by a new over to play. Another six ball will be played by both the teams. This over will be called the decided over, the decider over. In this decider over, the team which score maximum runs, there is no limit of wickets. The team which score maximum run will be declared winner. But if ties continue after this decided over, then there is only one step, and this step will be known as luck to win. In luck to win, we will make a toss, and the winner of the toss will be decided as the winner of the match. In the history of leg cricket, we never faced such a situation in which a team score equal run after prime or decided over.